Hello licensees! If you're watching this, I assume you've already set up your business and have become accustomed with Apex. If not, you should go back to my previous transmissions in which I explained the Apex interface and how to start a company. To do so, open a new buffer and enter TRA to find a list of all available transmissions. At some point, either by necessity or by choice, you're going to be confronted with a foreign currency. As long as you stay within a single system, most people around you are going to trade in your currency. However, if you need to buy a commodity from a planet controlled by a different faction, you'll have to pay in that faction's currency, which you have to buy first. To find out the exchange rate of two currencies, you have several options. Let's use the FX command, which shows you a matrix of exchange rates. You can see how much of one currency, the base currency, is worth in terms of another, the quote currency. The base currencies are arranged vertically, the quote currencies horizontally. If this value, for instance, said 2, it would mean that one of the currency in that line is worth 2 of the currency in that row. Note that each combination of two currencies occurs twice in this matrix, because all currencies are listed both horizontally and vertically. This is actually not a redundancy, but allows for arbitrage, which I'll explain in a second. To isolate a pair you're specifically interested in, just click the respective value. Alternatively, you can use the FXP command followed by a ticker, which in this case is two currency identifiers divided by a slash or dot. As an example, let's look at the exchange rate of AIC and CIS by entering FXP AIC/CIS. To buy a commodity, you have to place a buy order at a commodity exchange. Similarly, to buy currency, you have to place a buy order in a foreign exchange. Unlike commodity exchanges, foreign exchange isn't tied to a specific location and can be done from everywhere. Also, you won't be able to select a currency from a drop-down menu like you do a commodity. Instead, each pair of currencies has its own window. To place an order, open a new buffer and enter FXPO followed by a blank. Then enter the currency you want to buy or sell, followed by a slash, and then the currency you want to pay for it or be paid in. For instance, to buy Martian coin for NCE coupons, enter AIC/NCE. Then enter the amount and hit buy. Note that you're buying so-called lots. One lot is 1,000 units of a currency, which applies to both the currency you're spending and the one you're buying. That means that the spending limit you indicate is also multiplied by 1,000. Use decimal numbers to fine-tune your bid, like 0.5, 1.001 or 0.75. You can view all foreign exchange orders you've placed using the FXOS command. As is the case for commodity exchanges, your buy order isn't filled until someone else places a corresponding sell order. To withdraw an order that has not been filled or just been partially filled, simply click the delete button. To view the history of the exchange rate of any currency pair, use the FXPC command followed by the desired ticker, for example FXPC AIC/CIS. Up here you can set the time window you want to see. So far, so good. However, it gets more complicated than that. To ensure that you don't make a very common mistake, I have to explain one more thing using this snapshot I took earlier. You can see here that one company is requesting to buy one lot of NCC. To better understand, think of the NCC as the commodity here. The currency in which the commodity will be paid is ICA. Down here, we have the opposite example. A different company is looking to buy ICA, which is the commodity here that is paid in NCC, the money. The exchange rate between all currencies is currently 1.0. You would think that if one company is buying currency A for currency B and another company is buying currency B for currency A, the two orders should match each other perfectly. But clearly they are still pending. Why is that? Because the two base currencies, the ones being bought, aren't actually treated as currencies here, but rather, as I said, as commodities. If you look at it like that, these two companies are just interested in buying two different commodities, so they don't have anything to do with each other. You can already tell from the commands in the top of these buffers that they're not in the same business, so to speak. The upper one says NCC, which is the base currency, the commodity, /ICA, which is the quote currency, the actual money to pay for the commodity. The company's owner entered these values and then hit buy. In the lower buffer, the command is the other way around, which tells us instantly that these two orders cannot match. ICA is the base currency, the commodity, and NCC is the quote currency, the money. Like the other one, this company's owner placed a buy order. So what does this lower company have to do to match the order of the upper one so the trade can happen? Well, enter the two currencies in the same order the upper one did and then hit sell. This way, the commodity is NCC in both orders. One is buying it, the other is selling it. Why so complicated? Well, in an ideal world, you would assume that the exchange rate from currency A to currency B is the exact reciprocal value of the exchange rate from currency B to currency A. This would mean that if you can get 1 NCC for exactly 0.5 ICA, you can exactly get 2 ICA for 1 NCC. However, in reality, the exchange rate from currency A to currency B usually deviates a little from the exchange rate from currency B to currency A. Actively exploiting this deviation is called arbitrage, which can become a whole business venture in and of itself. That's all you need to know to start exchanging your currency for another. If you have questions or feedback, you can contact me via Apex. Just enter USR MJENO into a buffer and hit Contact User. See you in Apex.